forhims.com/love for your free online visit. forhims.com/LOVE.
The year's best diamond buying opportunity is right now. For a limited time, Genesis Diamonds is doing something unheard of. They've cut the price on the largest and most beautiful selection of GIA diamonds you've ever seen. Now through August 20th.
I always forget that.
GIA certified diamonds have been marked down an extra 20%.
I remember during one of the basketball games last year, I'm just sitting there cussing.
Certified diamonds. It's Genesis Diamond's spectacular GIA Diamond Extravaganza. Your chance to buy a GIA certified diamond the same way jewelry store owners buy theirs. Don't be surprised to see other jewelry store owners, even diamond wholesalers, shopping alongside you at this event. But it's for a very limited time. You need to shop now for the best selection. Rounds, ovals, princess cuts, cushion cuts, pear shaped, even fancy yellow diamonds. From a half carat to 10 carats. From $1,500 to $500,000. For a limited time, get Genesis Diamond's guaranteed best price minus another 20% on all GIA diamonds. Don't miss this chance to get access to diamond prices rarely offered to the general public. Now through the 29th only at Genesis Diamonds. Now with luxury pre-owned Rolexes. Shelbyville Road Plaza. See store for details.
ESPN Louisville is your home for live play-by-play of Louisville City FC.
Gomez takes the corner. Far post, and it's headed in. It's a goal for Louisville City.
The boys in purple are back in action Sunday to take on the OKC Energy. Join Casey Whitfield and Jeff Greer starting at 5:45 for pregame coverage, followed by the game broadcast at 6 o'clock. It's all right here on ESPN 680, 105.7, 93.9.
All right, ready, buddy?
ESPN Louisville app.
That's his game. They don't get back. Hayward's look at his steal. Here's the steal. 3-on-1. Alley-oop. Oh, my goodness. Marques Maybin. And you certainly are in love with him here in Louisville. Marques in the open floor. Hops incredible. Here comes Maybin off the steal. Oh, my goodness.
Get up, get up, get up, get up. Let's get ready for Marques Maybin. About midway to the midday with Marques Maybin. And you can call in, I lay back and just listen to Marques Maybin. So sit back and relax and watch Maybin.
Break it down like this.
Woo!
Broadcasting live from the OPC Pest Services studio. Time for Middays with Marques Maybin on 93.9 The Ville. Now, here's Marques Maybin and Steve Rummage.
Welcome back. It's Middays with Marques Maybin. 8150 93.9 is the number. 93.9 is the station. And people, the last few minutes of my pre-show meeting, I all of a sudden started thinking of so many things we got to talk about today. Steve Rummage is on Quality Time. Nikki Valvano's in the booth. What's going on?
The boot.
let me hear that one more time.
They want the boot.
I need more out of that.
They want the boot, baby.
I
want the boot.
I need something louder with something with a little more oomph to it. Normally, where Steve Rummage gets his crowd chant, I need something Nikki Valvano roar, related. This is just too smooth. That's too smooth of an entry for you.
That's a good point. I need something like a musical backhand or something really beautifully stereotypical.
They want the boot.
Yeah. Or you know what? Or just stick a roar behind that. Just stick a crowd roar. We'll work on that. Point being, welcome.
Want the boot.
Your boy Steve Rummage, just like I said, he's doing Quality Time. I mean, everybody knows he has a traveling nurse wife, and when she's home, you understand. It's like Steve has to be a husband at home sometimes.
Man's got duties. You gotta get some quality time.
Right. So Nikki Valvano will be anchoring today's show, and let's just do this right now. Let's just take this big old moment, because I don't want this to be awkward at all. People, you have grown up with us. You were here from the beginning. I tell you, our show, it's hard to listen to this show on a Wednesday or a Thursday and understand what's going on. That's why we rank very well in time spent listening. I'll just leave it right there, because this is a day-to-day radio show. This is not just, let me drop in on Maybin and Rum, see what they're talking about for 10 minutes. No, you don't do that. You do 2 hours with us, and you can do their other radio habits somewhere else. So here's what's going on. Y'all been growing up with us. You know the rules. But our man, Brian Hall, he's progressing in life. You have watched it. We have all rooted him on. He is progressing in life. So much so that he's losing money coming in here to do this show. And I'm gonna just be honest about it, y'all.
Considerable.
Yeah, I don't know how to tell you this. Listen, here's the problem. I waited to say this, not because of Brian so much. We all lose money because this is not the place to come and get rich, right?
Say, hey, all you young whippersnappers wanting to get in the radio business.
Yeah, this is a great gig to have, but you're not gonna get rich doing it,
No.
right? That's for the big wigs. But here's the thing: Brian Hall, we know Louisville Dog Walkers, his business started. You know, like I said, he's taken a lot of time out of his day to come in here and run the show. So you will be hearing less of Brian Hall and more. This is like a soft opening for our man Nicky Valvano. Nicky, introduce yourself to the people.
Well, hi everybody. My name is Nick Valvano. I hit buttons here. No, it's hopefully a couple of the listeners from Middays with Marques Maybin listen to the V Show.
Of course.
I'm over on just down the hall on 680, a little bit more than I am on 93.9 The Bill, but I float around. So following. I'm the Valvano apple that fell far from the tree. So trying to follow in daddy's footsteps, and I talk a little bit of hockey, sandwiches, and disappointing women. No, I'm kidding. But no, I'm happy to be here. I think it'll be a lot of fun. I've wanted to dip my toe into the 93.9 slot. I've done the 10 to noon slot before when I was with Locke.
Right.
You guys are not like Locke.
Not at all.
So I love Locke. We all love and miss Locke, but yeah, so it's fun to be back in the midday time slot. It's fun to be with you guys, and I mean, I am a U of L grad, so I can
So just throw that out there early.
My else can get a little up over here, and then I dial it back down when I go across the hallway. But is what.
And for the record, he was not thrust upon us, people. He was given to us per request. We went to the suits, and we said there's only one guy that we trust to host this ship. If Brian Hall is not in this building, and it is Nick Valvano. So
don't want the boot.
So don't think for 1 second it's who's this guy they threw in there? And they're trying to send somebody in there and mess everything up. Nope. This is per request. So
what's the old saying? Some people were born great, others have it thrust upon them. Well, I didn't have it thrust upon me. I was born great, baby. But I'm honored to be here, my friend.
I like that.
Is that cocky? It was probably a little cocky.
No. I'm actually going to write that down, and it might. And you know what that sounds like? I'm going to tell you what that sounds like. That sounds like the quote Steve Rummage had in his high school yearbook. Yeah, it was. He had one of those. Yeah, we
didn't get to do senior quotes. I'm kind of bummed about that in mine.
I wouldn't have. I wouldn't have. Like, think about it.
Actually, yeah, you're right, because I would have said something stupid.
Thinking
I was being clever.
Listen, the reason I don't have a tattoo is because I would have been self-aware enough to know this is going to haunt me.
Right.
So just I don't think I would have done anything to leave a mark at all. Just
right. And you can go back and scrub a Facebook or Twitter thing, but if there's a thing of you saying like
the yearbook in your penmanship,
right, then that one's kind of hard.
Hey, okay, so this is what we do. Normally, like, Nikki, I'm going to do this throughout the show. We're going to set some rules. We're going to set some parameters, some guidelines. If there's any specialty things that you want us to do as hosts, myself and Rummage, or the callers, is if there's things that make your job easier, if there's content things, I don't want you to hesitate to say them, because I am going to say things throughout the show that are just, they're not rules. They're not mandates. They are things that guidelines to make this thing easy. Okay, so one thing I will let you know, because I don't know if you've heard this before. A lot of times, my inspiration for the show, it comes from my morning drive. You'd be surprised at how many books can be written just on your morning drive. The people you see, the cars, the attitudes, the behaviors, the personalities. What is it called? You profile, people you're driving next to, and
right.
Sometimes you're wrong, and sometimes you have to check yourself in the morning. I always use that to kind of set the tone for the day. So I'm a tone setter today. And I'm gonna start this one out like this. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Wednesday, I didn't get to apologize, but there's a Wednesday and a Thursday. And Wednesday, I'm gonna apologize to the Louisville Police Department. My apologies. I am the reason that y'all have a job. Nikki, on Wednesday, I got in my car. I had a full tank of gas. I looked at my tires and they looked good. They looked good and sturdy. You know, you get in your car sometimes, and this is like, I appreciate the little things, right? My tire air pressure was all matching.
That is a nice feeling.
I didn't have a check engine light on in my car.
Oh God, it's been about a decade since that's been like,
listen,
freaking catalytic converter.
And you listen, you weren't around for the window story, but I was driving around for 6 months thinking I had a broken window. Right?
Okay.
I finally found a guy who knew a guy, right? And I took my car to an apartment complex for a guy who said that maybe I can look at the window. And he told me, he got in my car, you know, hey, how you doing? I met him. He was like, okay, you know, hit the button, you know what I'm saying? And when he got in the car and I hit the button, he was like, no, unlock it.
Oh man.
Yeah. So I had my car window locked for 6 months. I stuffed cardboard in my window for 6 months. Nikki, listen, lady friends on the phone. Can you just call me when you get home? Oh,
that one stinks.
It was all bad, Nikki, right?
I mean, at that point, can you just like take like a tire iron and crack the window just be like, no, seriously, it was just to cover,
no,
you know.
Listen, that was a part of the story, Nikki, and everybody's still laughing at me to this day on this one. I swear, Nikki, when that window started rolling down in front of him, I really wanted to just reach over there and punch the window and break it just because I was so ashamed. And you know what I'm saying? And this was a man, and this was just, and you know, I pride myself on saying, hey, man stuff should still be man stuff. And I'm not afraid to admit that, you know, I believe in, if you want to call it toxic masculinity, I don't care what you say, but you know, if opening the door offends you, ma'am, you deal with it or you call the police on me. You know what I'm saying? Like I
like to think of it as just if you want to make it more PC, like outward politeness, and just life skills.
Yeah,
so I feel like what's manlier than being able to survive?
Right.
And
right.
That's like
so
basic.
So you get my feeling. I had to look at another man, like he doesn't know how manly I am outside of this moment. So this moment of this introduction, the representation that I was to him was a dude that didn't even realize he had got off work. He had been working a job. I could tell he had had a day ahead of him.
Got the lunch pail, the blue collar, and the dirt on the hands.
He had the whole thing going, and just the way he looked at me. But then he let me off the hook. You know,
I'm a fan of the show. Let this one
go. And he just said, "I'm really glad that you didn't have to pay money." He said, "Pay it forward." You know what I'm saying? I was like, the chest bump. I appreciate the way you just handled this.
Yeah, right.
You didn't laugh at me. You didn't roll your eyes. It was like kind of like, yeah, players mess up too. You know, like I get it. So
that's awesome.
So I went down that road to tell you how much I appreciate getting in my car and there's no tire pressure light thing. There's no service engine light. There's no light on here. So the car is ready this morning or a Wednesday morning. Man, Nikki, I got after it. I got after it. I didn't have a reason to get after it.
Did you have a good driving song? Because that's whenever I would get in trouble in the past. I'd have a good driving song. I'd be flying.
I don't even know if any music was playing. I might have just been enjoying the. I mean, I got after it. Like I'm not gonna say how much I got after it, but again, sorry to the police, the local policeman. I was wrong. I was ready to deal with the consequences of my actions. Had you caught me enjoying my morning drive the way I was enjoying it. And traffic was just getting out the way like ahead of time. It looked like people were in their rear view mirror, like, "Oh, Marques is coming," and they just got out the way.
You were having a movie drive.
Yes,
because I love it whenever like the protagonist is driving. I'm like, it's 5:30 in New York. Like, there's no way that you have the whole bridge open, jackass. No.
And listen, I paid for it this morning. It's raining.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to tell you how many times I had to slam on my brakes this morning because I was being an irresponsible driver. Like I said, I try to get mad at other people for slamming on their brakes, and I'm like, Marques, you're slamming on your brakes. Get off them, And I had to just talk to myself. I had to talk myself down on the drive, and when I finally hit my exit, I was like, Marques, that was the most irresponsible driving that you have done in the last, in a long time. So if you saw me in your rear view mirror, you thought a guy was tailgating you, I'm sorry. I apologize. I was being an aggressive driver this morning in the rain, which was a bad choice to do. But I wanted to let everybody know that I'm self-aware.
Right.
I'm self-aware on this one. My bad on that one. So yeah, we got that one out of my system. Okay, so I got to ask you, did you give the proper shout out to one of our Louisville greats, Terry Rozier, this morning?
Well, I saw the deal. I mean, it's hard,
It didn't make the Sports Center?
I'm doing one at the bottom of the hour.
Okay.
Spoiler alert. It's in there.
Fair enough. But 4-year, $97 million Terry Rozier. Get that money.
Good for him.
And a lesson to you all. You want to know how Terry Rozier has become the legend of Terry Rozier? He had a bad shooting drill with Boston, and he told them, "No, I'm not happy with that, and I want to start over." Do you realize they could have told him, "No, son, we just evaluated you on your shooting drill," and he's like, "No, I'm not accepting that performance as my shooting drill, and I'm going to do it again." Right? Every time I see Terry Rozier play basketball, I think about that story of him saying, "No," because here's the thing. You and I talk about it all the time. Steve is in the same boat. Like, the fear of getting that no.
Oh, yeah.
It haunts us. It haunts so many people. It haunts 90% of the world. Like, the wall between them and success is them just not saying, "I want another shot at that, please." Think about how many people have gotten fired and just not said, "You know what? I can do better." How many people just accept it?
Right.
Just accept, "Hey, you get out here." Okay. Just the meek mindset. Right. Terry Rozier.
I tried. Okay, bye.
Yeah, right. Terry Rozier was bold enough to stop and just say, "No, y'all are evaluating me. I know that was supposed to be the game, the drill. No, I'm going to do it again. Hey, you get back in here.
Yeah,
get back.
We got to run that back.
Yeah, we got to run that back." So yeah, that's why you go get 4 years, $97 million, because Terry Rozier was bold enough, and we saw that on the court, that he was willing to do that. But also, I heard Mark Blakenbaker say it this morning. This is something I just want to put out there. This is not a part of the main course of the show content. It could be, though. I purposely did not want to say this out loud for the people, but Mark said it, so it's out there. I purposely didn't want it because I wanted it to be a surprise. People didn't know. Montrez's disassociation is over. People, Twitter, Instagram. I don't know if he's on Facebook. You follow Montrez and you show him some love. That is a request from me to you. Show that man some love. We talk about Montrez all the time. His dunking standard has ruined the lives of so many Louisville basketball players since the moment he left. Why can't you be more like Trez? It's like Nicky's life. Why can't he be more like You knew where I was going with that.
A little bit, yeah.
Like, why can't you be more like Trez? We've said that from our Spaldings to our Jalen Johns, every big man, Stephen Ena, every big man that has put on a uniform from the moment Montrez left. Why can't you be more like Montrez?
Mm-hmm.
Ain't no snitch.
Bonus points.
Let's throw that in. Let's not forget. He ain't no snitch. So he's been disassociated for long enough, and I do want everybody to go out their way. Like I said, I was hoping that it could be a surprise, appearance. It could be a surprise, Louisville Live thing maybe or something like that. But like I said,
that'd be awesome.
Yeah, once Blake.
My God, that's Montrezl Harrell's music.
Yeah, right. But once Blake and Baker said it out loud, I'm saying, okay, now it's out there. And like I said, I was just trying to sit on it. So yeah, definitely keep that one in the back of your mind. I will be bringing up Montrez a lot. And by the way, Nikki, you will be on. You are being shown on YouTube. Just giving you the heads up. So if you're back there. I don't want you pulling any Bayheims or anything.
Right.
And
dang, thank you. You just saved me from possibly going viral in all the worst ways.
Right. And I don't want. Hey man, you see the new Marques' show? What he's doing in the background the whole time. So just passing along that one. Okay,
I should probably keep my hands above the desk at all times. Like, hey, don't worry.
So people should know that Nikki is aware of the player profile rule.
Yes.
So Nikki. Are you going to tell everybody? We're not going to start now.
Right.
But you won your first Marques versus Nikki.
That was very nice of you.
At odds, we were battling over a player in the player profile segment. I won't say battling, but we chose the same player.
I literally was going like, here, everyone on the stream. There's a button here that lets me just talk to Marques in his ear. And I was literally reaching for the button to say, hey, I'm going to take player XYZ.
Right.
And you reached for your mic and said, hey, Nick, I'm taking player XYZ. And I was like, mother, So
we will have this segment. A couple other things. Today's Wing Zone Day. Okay, I'm excited about that. Gunter Brewer did speak a little bit. I think we got a couple clips of that we're going to talk about a little later on. Satterfield. There's a drill that I want to do. We're going to put Satterfield. We're going to do a kind of a quick fire segment. Coach Satterfield, you name off the other college, the ACC coaches. So we'll need to bring up a list, and I'll give you the yes or no or trending, versus them, because I kind of want to get a feel just how well do we know the other coaches in our conference, and when I hear their names, do I say Satterfield or do I say you got a tough job right there, So right. I do want to do that drill and a couple more, but like I said, we're going to cut to our first early commercial break. Middays with Marques Maybin on 939 The Ville.
Looking for a hot tip to bet on? Check out the new match tips at Bet Rivers Sportsbook. The new tips feature gives you special insights on player props and match bets for the top tips of the day. Go to Bet Rivers before the game, find your match, and tap the tips icon to see independent research on recent team and player performance. Bet with confidence. Visit the Bet Rivers mobile app or go to betrivers.com and get the top tips of the day. Must be 21 and located in Indiana. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-9-WITH-IT. 1-800-994-8448.
Summertime is wing time, and Wing Zone has you covered. Wing Zone has 17 amazing flavors to choose from, including our new hot garlic and Louisiana lemon pepper. Don't forget to try our new colossal chicken sandwich. Have Wing Zone delivered to your pool party or pick up at any of our 2 Louisville locations. Wingzone.com. You got it.
The year's best diamond buying opportunity is right now. For a limited time, Genesis Diamonds is doing something unheard of. They've cut the price on the largest and most beautiful selection of GIA diamonds you've ever seen. Now through August 29th only, all GIA certified diamonds have been marked down an extra 20%. 20% below Genesis' already guaranteed best price on all GIA certified diamonds. It's Genesis Diamonds' spectacular GIA Diamond Extravaganza. Your chance to buy a GIA certified diamond the same way jewelry store owners buy theirs. Don't be surprised to see other jewelry jewelry store owners, even diamond wholesalers shopping alongside you at this event. It's for a very limited time, and you need to shop now for the best selection. Rounds, ovals, princess cuts, cushion cuts, pear shape, even fancy yellow diamonds. From a half carat to 10 carats, from $1,500 to $500,000. For a limited time, get Genesis Diamonds guaranteed best price minus another 20% on all GIA diamonds. Don't miss this chance to get access to diamond prices rarely offered to the general public. Now through the 29th only at Genesis Diamonds. Now with luxury pre-owned Rolexes. Shelbyville Road Plaza. See store for details.
I'm former Louisville basketball player Luke Hancock. When the NCAA tried to take away the Most Outstanding Player Award from the 2013 tournament, I got it back thanks to Morgan & Morgan. Morgan & Morgan is the personal injury firm that fights for the people, and their team treats clients like family. Morgan & Morgan changed my life, and if you've been injured in a car crash, at work, or in a slip and fall, they may be able to change yours. For a free consultation, dial #LAW on your cell phone. That's #529. Offices Louisville.
Everyone's favorite time of the year is right around the corner. College football season. To celebrate, DraftKings Sportsbook, America's top-rated sportsbook app, is putting new players in the center of the action with $200 in free bets instantly. If you bet $1 or more on any college football game, you heard right. DraftKings is giving all new players $200 in free bets instantly when you place a bet of $1 or more on any college football game, no matter what. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code WLCL to receive $200 in free bets when you place a $1 bet on any college football game. That's code WLCL to get your free $200 in free bets instantly for a limited time only at DraftKings Sportsbook. Must be 21 or older, Indiana only, new customers only. Restrictions apply. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-9-WITH-IT.
Now that sports have officially kicked off, there's only 4 things missing from your playbook. 4 pegs. Looking for great smoked wings? 4 pegs. Looking for juicy barbecue and award-winning chili? 4 pegs. If you're just looking for some cold crab, tap, can, or bottled beer? 4 pegs. And the best part about 4 pegs is it's right around the corner at 1053 Goss Avenue in Germantown. So you better get over there fast because
I think so. Yeah, in the hallway. Yeah, these gray ones.
Okay. Their food truck and other catering services.
Football's in full swing, and about the only thing more popular is securing a great rate on your home loan. Whether it's a new home or refinancing your current investment, Century Mortgage is your team. Our commitment to personal local business drives us to deliver exceptional service to our clients and community. At Century Mortgage, you're meeting with people who live here, work here, and like you are invested in this community. Let us, your neighbor Century Mortgage, take care of funding your most important investment, your home. Let Century Mortgage be a part of your team. We're here to get you home. Visit CenturyMortgage.com to get started today. Century Mortgage Company is an equal housing lender, NMLS number 26988.
Hey everybody, Steve Rummage here. And if you have listened to 93.9 The Ville over the last few months, you know I've reminded you of 3 simple words. Call Josh Jarbo. Josh is a licensed realtor and owner of RE/MAX Alliance, and with the
Doing a sports center, then we're coming back.
home buying or selling process as efficient as possible by offering a guaranteed sale program and instant offers on commercial listings. And if that wasn't enough, up to $5,000 seller credit by mentioning you heard it right here. So don't wait any longer and contact Josh Jarbo at 502-216-7590 or joshjarbo@remax.net.
Something on your mind? Hit us up on the UPS Jobs text line, 3831-939.
Time now for a Kentuckiana Sports Center update.
Good morning. I'm Nick Valvano with the Sports Center update brought to you by Ale81, Kentucky's original ginger soft drink since 1926. Starting in the NBA, Charlotte Hornets guard Terry Rozier agreeing to a 4-year, $97 million max contract extension. This from his agent Aaron Turner, telling The Athletic and Stadium the guaranteed deal takes Rozier through the 2025-2026 season. Moving to football, Frank Reich, he gave us a quick update yesterday on the health of quarterback Carson Wentz.
We're going to have to wait till we get to the point where we push it and see how things respond, and we just don't want to do that too soon, too fast.
Your home for the Colts, ESPN 680, 105.7. Your home for the Ravens this year, 93.9 The Ville. The other football, the pitch, Racing Louisville draws 1-1 with Chicago in the opening day of the Women's Cup, and wrapping on the Diamond Jacks. Cubbies throttled the Reds yesterday, 7-1. The Bats, they fall to Gwinnett, 4-1. More Middays with Marques Maybin next. This is Sports Time.
Download the ESPN Louisville app. Search ESPN Louisville for streaming, podcasts, and the latest program schedule.
point.
Yes,
professional. There.
Yes, I definitely listen. We talked about it earlier. You got back into your hockey. You ran a little pickup hockey or a little. I say pickup, a little league hockey to get back into it.
Wednesday night league with Jamie. My bad for this, Marcus. It's like I haven't played in a year, and I was probably the worst player in the top league here in the city. All the other ex-college, college club, junior, pro guys, everybody.
Right.
I was probably the worst player in that league. So I came to this league. It's a good league, but it's the over 30 league.
Yep.
And somehow they've sprinkled a couple young whippersnappers that are getting into it. And I basically made a bunch of superstar demands. I was like, I'm not playing on a team that isn't with my brother. I was like, I'm only playing half the season. I'm playing defense, and you're gonna like it. And so like I was being a real DB, a real defensive back about it.
Right.
And so they made, like, I didn't realize that they traded a bunch of like players away to even out the league to bring me on. And I was like, okay, I'm not that good, but thanks, guys.
So you put a target on your back now.
Yeah, basically. So I came in last night, and Marcus, I haven't felt this way in a long time. I got to the locker room, and I knew of these guys. A couple of them, I mean, they're great guys.
Yep.
A couple of them came to Jamie's barbecue for 4th of July. Got to know them a little bit there. But I walked in the locker room, and it was the first time I've been in a league where I didn't know everybody.
Right.
So I was like, where do I sit? And I had that moment.
So you had to go through the entire rookie new guy hazing.
I was like, oh man, this feels so weird. And I was like, hey guys, and I got like the kind of like, who's that? Like, oh, that's Jamie's, jerk brother. Yeah, that made us trade all our good players so we could get him. Yeah. Oh yeah. What's up, dude? Nice of you to finally show up. I kind of was getting like feeling some side eye. And again, nicest dudes on the planet, but I felt that energy. I was a little nervous. And then after the game, once you play around with them and you get to know them a little bit, everybody was cool, having beers and everything like that. But Marcus, that moment, man, brought me back to high school, like freshman lunch period.
And your body held up well.
Well, it's okay right now. I'm tired, and I'm in that point where tomorrow I know is gonna getting off the John, getting out of bed, just like legs are just gonna be done.
Yeah, so you make sure you get a good stretch in. I was telling you, I bought a basketball the other day, and like I said, I was happy to know it. I still have everything kicked in right away, so I was satisfied with the retention of my skills.
You got the spin, yeah.
Like I said, the spin was everything to me. Just as long as I can spin this ball like like I always could, then everything else is everything all is right with the world. Okay, so
I want to make a TikTok of you and Pops doing it. Pops is pretty like. He would do that during like his basketball camps. I remember he'd be talking about like fundamentals, and when he felt like he was losing the audience, the kids are just like, we just want to play. He's going over like, okay, so beef, balance, eyes, elbow, follow. And he'd be like, okay, give me the ball, and then he would spin it and like do it behind his back and everything. And
okay,
and
so he's full legit with his spin.
Yeah, he's got some spin game too. So.
Well, listen, I won't challenge that. Like, listen, I can whip it. But,
I'm saying you guys got to do the little, passing the ball spin or whatever. You can make like a fun little, I don't know, man. Is that what the kids like? They like boomerangs and TikToks. I
always like to go multiple fingers and the little wrist bumps and stuff and keep spinning. Like I was kind of more that kind of, spinner.
You could. Okay. I don't know if Dad could do multiple fingers. It always makes me laugh because he's got this one gnarled middle finger, right? When he played college soccer, took a shot off of. Yeah, something like kind of like the pinky. Yeah. One that's seen a couple things.
Yeah, right.
And so that's the one he usually spins it on, and it's like getting flicked off by like a Dr. Seuss character. Like his
I thought it was so funny when we took our high school little senior individual pictures that I did the middle finger and I made sure. I'm like, why did you do that, Marcus? Look, to your point earlier.
Oh yeah.
Why did you do that, Marcus? Why did you have to use your middle finger to spin that basketball on that picture just to add in a little extra, like you said, defensive back look to it? It's
right.
Like, Marcus, why did you do that? Okay.
Crean, by the way, told me. Sorry, I know we'll move on. We'll do the player profiles, but Crean actually told me what his senior quote was. That manual. I mean, it's from SpongeBob. Of course it is.
Of course it is.
Patrick going, is mayonnaise an instrument? That was like his final mic drop in high school. Is mayonnaise an instrument?
See what I'm saying? What, Steve? If somebody's listening, if one of Steve's brethren is listening to this, what was it that Steve told us? It's something like it's awesome waking up to be the best or something. Yeah, it was just one of those like.
Oh, it was the thing from Ricky Bobby. Every day I wake up and pee excellence.
No, it wasn't that harsh, but it was one of those. I'm gonna make the most arrogant comment I can make, and I'm gonna out arrogant everybody on that. So there's that. Okay, player profile, the one that you stole from me, but I don't mind because once I went through the list, I found another guy who I'm excited about. That I get to talk about. So we're listening. Wait a minute. Is there any music that you have on demand that you can put in the background that it was requested yesterday? I put that on you. If you can, like I said, I will buy you a couple minutes to find anything.
You give me like 30 seconds.
Yeah, listen,
I got one. I think
you can get draft music. You can get any kind of. We just need some kind of thing to go in the background of the player profile. And by the way, people, I did get a text message from a friend who may or may not join later on in the show. Now listen. You know, when I start saying may or may not, those are special guests. Like when you know somebody's coming in, it's kind of like planned and mapped out, and we have a show prepared. There may be a special drop-in guest that is going to change the course of history. I don't know if it's that bad, but here's the thing: it's gonna disturb. It's going to shake up the world a little bit if said guest actually makes it here. So I will be excited about that. Albert says it's been a good time. Yes, for sure. Okay. If there's, you got something?
I do.
Okay.
Give me 1 second there. All right. Yeah. Sorry.
And by the way, I'm going to need you to help us put together some kind of gambling segment. We can do that later on in the show.
Yeah, no, for sure.
But,
I can get stereotypical, be Nicky the Boot, and pretend like I know what I'm talking about. And yeah.
No, and here's the thing. I was thinking more along the lines of you and your dad. I've listened to y'all like make games, like make, like rules and you.
Oh, dad's the master.
Yeah, I've heard y'all structure games, so I was kind of thinking more of that, not asking you to be stereotypical gambler. Nicky the Boot. No, that's not what I was going with. But thanks for offering your services for the sound over voiceover. Maybe you can't use a little voiceover if you want to, but point being, we're gonna have to we're getting into the season. We're gonna have to be able to put some, some. Was it Fazools?
Some with some shekels, a little bit of some clams, if you will.
Okay, so you got something.
Yeah, well, I mean, I just feel like this is classic. I mean, you can't go wrong with a little new Sports Center music.
Okay, I'm ready for it. You still need more time. It's uploading.
Get the little build.
Okay, because I was gonna say that's way too slow.
Love the guitar. Big fan of the guitar. All right, so
okay,
I'm just gonna loop this thing. All right, so you want my player profile?
Yes, indeed.
All right, mine is redshirt sophomore receiver.
Pull that down just a little bit.
Tyler Harrell. So that's who I got here in 2019.
You're supposed to do that last, but go ahead.
Oh, damn it! My bad.
I should have told you.
My bad. Appeared in 2 games last year: Eastern Kentucky and Mississippi State. 2018, he appeared in 2 games before earning his redshirt season. Caught 2 passes for 36 yards, all coming in and lost to Georgia Tech. Recorded a career-long 31-yard reception. In high school, he was a 4-star recruit, according to ESPN, at what I can only assume is going to be soon changed, the aptly named Christopher Columbus High School. I mean, that can't last much longer, right? I mean, he's kind of like public enemy number 1.
That's what it's looking like.
But, I mean, the Cards have a little history there. Colonel running back Brandon Radcliffe came from that high school. He was the 53rd best receiver nationally in ESPN's rankings. And how about this? He ran a 4.41 in the 40-yard dash, clocked a 10.37 in the 100-meter dash in the Florida State Finals in track. That translates because at his Cardinal Pro Day earlier this year, his 40-yard dash improved to 4.24, and he also sported a hand-timed 4.19 mark. I'm not going to pretend like I know what all of that is, but I mean, as a guy that's not very fast, that's kind of
that's a little hot.
Is it too hot?
Yeah,
too hot. All right, yeah. We'll work out the kinks. But he was quoted saying this: "I realized last year, after our last game, knowing that Tutu and Dez are going to the league, I knew somebody had to step to the table. So this is my chance to step up. It's very motivating knowing that knowing that that's something I have to step up. So you're going to work hard every second, every hour to improve yourself, to improve during the season. And right as this music bed ends, it's going to be perfect timing. Ready for this, Marques? Ready for this? Country Brewer agrees.
Tyler's a young guy that's been in the program. It's his time to shine, as they say. So he obviously can run really fast straight ahead. We're developing him as a route runner. He can definitely take the top off with that kind of speed. 4.2 type speed is rare. So he's developing his skill set, becoming a much better catcher of the ball, which that's what he's got to do. He can't just run fast. He's got to be able to run routes and catch the ball. I know that's taken for granted, but it was one of those things that he's a guy who can definitely become that person, and we're looking forward to. He has shown lots of signs of being that guy, and we're looking, like I said, looking forward to him getting in some live reps because we have very little experience with live reps. So I think he'll be a guy that will be able to at least, give us some reps somewhere.
Now, I'm surprised to even hear you admit that you're not familiar with those 4.4s and those speed and what they mean in particular.
Well, I mean, like I know some of that stuff, but like for the 4.19 hand mark, I never heard what the difference between that and the 40 time is. Like I didn't know.
Yeah. It's
okay. So they're going by
it's clocking versus
okay,
the computer.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
The reason they do that is because it's from the moment you jump is when the hand clicks it. The moment you start your momentum. But sometimes they have a digital, kind of like a laser.
Okay.
Right. So sometimes you might be moving your hand and your time.
So they're saying that he has recorded a faster 40.
Yes.
But they're adding the caveat that there's a little bit of human error.
Yeah. Right.
Okay.
So that's why they do a hand time. Like, I want to see this. I don't want the machine. Because some people might not cross the laser till it gets to their to their your torso or something.
Okay.
Yeah.
So like the hand mark, that's what I was like. Is that some sort of the
no,
things on his hand?
That's clock. That's hand clock right in front of me. When the speed of me hitting the button when you move and put it like Tyreek Hill runs like a 4.19.
Yeah, that's scary fast.
Right.
Like anything sub 4.
Yeah,
4.3 is
blazing.
4
is blazing.
Right.
4.3
is elite. Though,
okay.
Right?
Wait, 4.3 is elite.
Yeah. And now so he's doing
4.4 was elite 10 years ago.
Right.
10, 15 years ago. When you said a 4.4, you were just you were a runner. But now with this training and this extra, skill set, and he's sending all your guys to specialty, 4.3 is pretty good. You're a pretty good runner. But yeah, 4.2s are okay, you're stupid.
So he came into high school running a 4.41, and now he's running a 4.24, possibly a 4.
No, he came in running a 4.4.
Yeah,
and now he's running 4.29.
Yeah, dropped it down
4.19. Yeah, that's fast.
That's really fast.
That's fast.
We had a coach. I want to. I got to shoehorn hockey into this anytime I can. Sorry, Marques. This is just we're feeling each other out. But I had a coach who was the skating coach for the New York Islanders.
Mm-hmm.
Knew his hockey inside and out. Knew great training techniques, off ice stuff. But I couldn't help laugh because he didn't know what a good 40 time was. He just knew that hey, look, we need to do this build explosiveness and everything.
Right.
And so he was doing hand times. And we were running 40s, and he had this old school watch, and he'd be like, "We got done," and he was like, 397 valve, and I'm not bad, and I'd be like, "No,
Coach, I don't run a 3." Listen,
I couldn't do that on a moped.
Texter, thank you. Texter says Henry Ruggs ran a 4.26, 4.25. Nicole Hartman. Yeah, that's how fast that is. The fastest dudes in the NFL are running 4.2.
That's fast.
And those are 4.25s, 4.26s. Henry Ruggs runs a 4.26. He ran a 4.19. I mean, but he did say, listen, Coach Gunnar Brewer did say straight line speed, so we don't know how much wiggle he has to him. So I don't want to go absolutely crazy about that part. I just lost my instant train of thought. I was going to ask you one more question. We were talking about the the 40 times, and then it's gone. It's gone. It's not coming back.
And then I brought up hockey, which just completely washed it away.
It'll come to me as soon as I end up in this one. Okay, so Tyler Harrell. And by the way, they think he's really gonna participate. Like they're not just throwing his name out there like it's the guy that's not gonna play. Like it's kind of like he's like the L. Ellis of the basketball team. Kind of like your ceiling goes up if L. Ellis really can get it done. You know,
Right.
Like I said, he has the most explosion at the guard spot. He can put the most pressure on the defense going downhill. You know, especially with the new changes. I didn't mean to jump into basketball, but take the top off the defense. So here's the thing. Okay, now I got to get to my.
Do you want that Sports Center music playing? I'll get the volume right.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if you could pull the volume down a little bit. I can do it. Okay. This player is credited with 30 tackles in 11 games last year. 30 tackles. That's averaging 10 tackles. Wait, 30 tackles. Oh, golly, 30 tackles in 11 games. You do the math.
Just under 3. I think.
Yeah, sorry. I was about to say 11. Made 4 starts at outside linebacker. 3 stops in a hurried win. Assisted on 5 tackles against Miami. Assisted in 3 tackles against loss at Pitt. Made his first start of the season against Georgia Tech. Finished with 5 tackles. 0.5 for loss. Tallied 3 tackles. This player is a 6'3", 240-pound linebacker.
Damn.
6'3", redshirt junior. So he's seen some football. 240 pounds. Came in at like 225. It's up to 240. Let me go right down. Listen, this was a 2-star prospect. But you love it when you say, I'll take a 2-star, 6'3", 240-pound kid, and his name gets brought up almost every single time you see Coach Brown do a show. It's from Tennessee. So you know I got a special place for him. From Smyrna, Tennessee, playing linebacker at 6'3", 240. Said player, Nick Okeke. You should just get used to saying that name. Except if you're out here averaging 3-4 tackles a game, 11 games, 4 starts at outside linebacker. And here's the thing. I hate saying this out loud. But when guys like that don't start and they have all that history on them, they have all those snaps behind them, that means your starters are really a problem. If you can put a red shirt junior like this kid on the bench, that means your first string is going to be pretty rough. So Nick Okeke, know that name. Brown says it all the time. He talks about the development. He talks about, guys that are getting consistent about bringing it every day. So you want to keep that one in mind 100% for sure. Nick Okeke is that one. Also, I don't want to do that. Do you have more of the Gunter Brewer clip? I know we're at the top of the hour, but
Yeah, actually, yeah, I got my buddy Jack Grossman hooked me up with a sweet little sound sheet here.
Okay, there's one particular. Can read them off real quick. I'll notice it when you hit the one.
Yeah, well, we played the one about Harrell. We have one about Wetz coming off injury, starting to get into the mix.
The one I'm looking for in general is beginning of the season. Everybody will get their shot.
Oh yeah, going to be committee until
hit that.
I think it'll be committee early until guys decide, hey, who's going to be that guy? Who's going to be the horse that jumps out there and takes the reins and say, hey, I'm the one. Okay. And then who's the next one? And then they go neck and neck and you got your good race and guys start challenging each other for that deal. But I would say early on, especially first 3 games, that it will be by committee for sure, keeping some guys fresh, using their skill sets, especially young guys or guys maybe you haven't seen as much, to see what they can do, and then we'll figure out where they fit from there.
Now, I have to ask the question. Is this a spotlight conversation? Is it the bright lights conversation? Or is this the conversation of there's so much depth? Because it could be either or. It could be, I really want to see who's going to, like, this guy performs well in all the practices. This guy performs well when we have gamers. But here's the thing. There's always the struggle of the gamer versus the practice player versus depth versus the guy who separates himself. Because here's the thing. Of course, the number one guy is the separation guy. He does it in practice. He does it in scrimmage. He does it like all the time with consistency. That's what the coaches are talking about. Then there's practice guy, but not in the scrimmage guy. He is a problem for the coaches. He's probably the biggest problem for the coaches because the coaches preach consistency in practice every day, and they're promising the kids, if you do it good here, it's going to transfer to the game. Problem is, some of those guys, it doesn't. They dominate in practice, and the coach is forced to live by his own creed and let you in the game first. Then you drop the ball.
Right.
And then you got talented guys who suck in practice, but they're dogs when the game time starts.
Right. They need that extra juice of the lights being on.
Right. Like that does.
Yeah, it's sort of like that tightrope you got to walk a little bit because of and the problem is I hate to say it, but like playing into stereotype, like sometimes the superstar players have a superstar mentality in practice a little bit, but a little bit of that.
You mean diva?
Yeah, diva a little bit, but sometimes it's one of those things. It's a balancing act, but if you have that attitude of my
and everybody's seen a ton of those,
right? But that also is what kind of that swagger is what makes you perform when the lights are on,
which drives coaches crazy,
right?
Yeah, and like I said, the other guy, the guy who is just the gamer, I can't put him in the game because he only brings it at game time. So yeah, so like which guys are putting? I'm thinking right now, and it's just me reading the tea leaves. That's what his offensive room looks like. You look like a gamer. You look like a practice player.
Right.
And y'all switch. And I gotta reward the practice guy, but I really want the gamer in there, but I really want the explosive guy, So like I said, right now, it just kind of feels like that's the eternal struggle. And again, all coaches go to that. And here's the thing too, I don't mind saying this. I thought it, but I didn't like saying it out loud because once you stick a label, and again, we have a kind of a loud voice. Once you stick a label on somebody, I don't like the echo chamber when you put certain things. It's like the choker label. Like once somebody says it, you start thinking it, and then all of a sudden it manifests itself. When I wondered about Dez sometimes, right? Because it's like, okay, everybody thinks he should be getting more catches and more plays, and the bad plays were like, man, how could you screw? Like you're supposed to be so much better than that.
Yeah,
it's
there
like
were a couple drops.
That's what I'm saying, and I'm like, he probably just dominated in practice, just like when he was getting drafted, he goes up to the Shrine game, and they just say he's awesome. He's the best thing. Right. And then we hear the other day at Tennessee,
Jared Stillman's crapping all over.
Yeah, that he's not performing now, and I'm like wondering, like, okay, maybe he has a little bit of that bug, and then I'm like, okay, so the guys behind him, did he outwork them in practice, but they were more talented behind him, or was he the talented? It kind of makes me wonder, like, what am I going to be looking at here? You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I have a lot of confidence in some of the other guys that I've seen. Well, we're going to talk about that. You play us out on this.
An official broadcast partner of the University of Louisville, WLCL Sellersburg is 93.9. An official broadcast partner of the University of Louisville.
U of L Health's medical expert.
No idea what that was. Sorry.
is now in your community and more accessible than ever before.
I forgot this one over here automatically shoots it. So you got to have like a hard out. That's my bad. I forgot that this one's different than over there. You can do whatever the fuck you want. Like, oh shit. Oh, damn it.
Possible.
My bad.
That's the power of you. To learn more, visit uoflhealth.org.
Hey everyone, I'm Brandon Lang. When Matthew McConaughey plays you in a movie, as he did me in 2005's Two for the Money, you have to maintain a certain image. That's hard to do when you're going bald. I needed to do something, and it needed to be done fast. Parsley Waldman's Hair Center came to the rescue. Louisville and the Midwest Premier Hair Treatment Center not only gave me my hair back, but my self-confidence as well. Go to hairsurgery.com and find out how you can start your journey back to a full head of hair today. I can tell you firsthand. From the minute you walk in the door to the time you leave, you are treated as if you were in a 5-star hotel. And now that it's been a year since my surgery, I look back at pictures from a couple years ago. I don't even look like the same person. The procedure was an amazing success, and it has totally reframed my face. Go to hairsurgery.com and find out not only how affordable it is, but how you can get your hair back today. Visit hairsurgery.com. That's hairsurgery.com, and tell them Brandon Lang sent you.
We are in the thick of summer, and with the hottest days of the year ahead, you are about to find out how strong your cooling system is. And if you find out that it's not ready for the long summer ahead, then call DFH Company today at 968-6222. Right now, when you buy a qualifying Trane HVAC system, receive 18-month special financing. It's hard to stop a Trane, so call DFH 968-6222 or look them up online at dfhcompany.com. Visit dfhcompany.com for complete program eligibility, dates, details, and restrictions. Subject to credit approval.
Are you looking for your next opportunity in the workforce? Look no further. UPS Jobs Kentucky is now hiring at upsjobsky.com. Right now, we are offering up to $18.50 an hour. You may even be eligible for a program that helps you graduate college completely debt-free and could also include a $325 a month living allowance paid directly to you. Follow us at UPS Jobs Kentucky and apply today at upsjobsky.com.
Prescription products require an online consultation. Restrictions apply. See website for full details and important safety information.
My husband's ED was affecting our marriage. When he first started experiencing ED, it was difficult for both of us. We didn't know who to talk to about it or where to get help. HIMSS was our answer. HIMSS connected my husband with a licensed provider online. He was able to get medication to treat his ED at a fraction of the price people pay for the name brand. It was delivered to our door, and guess what? Our sex life is back. It works.
Right now, get your first online provider's visit totally free when you go to forhims.com/love. Yep, free. No copay, no expensive appointments, and no awkward face-to-face conversations. Just the care you need.
Thanks to HIMSS, we got our sex life and our marriage back.
To start your free online visit, go to this exclusive address, forhims.com/love. That's forhims.com/love for your free online visit. forhims.com/LOVE.
Now that sports have officially kicked off, there's only 4 things missing from your playbook. 4 pegs. Looking for great smoked wings? 4 pegs. Looking for juicy barbecue and award-winning chili? 4 pegs. If you're just looking for some cold crab, tap, can, or bottled beer, 4 pegs. And the best part about 4 Pegs is it's right around the corner at 1053 Goss Avenue in Germantown. So you better get over there fast because the word is spreading. And while you're over there, be sure to ask about their food truck and other catering services.
This is Bob Valvano. As some of you know, I have stage 4 leukemia. Thanks to 2 new medications that are both less than 5 years old, my progress has been good and my prognosis is strong. Those medications only came about because of research funded from people like you. My late brother Jim said, I need your help. It may not save my life, but it may save someone you love. This research is doing just that. We created Kentuckiana Friends of V, a local 501c3 organization that works in close cooperation with the V Foundation to fund research and preventive initiatives locally, right here in the Kentuckiana area. Won't you consider helping us in that quest? Sign up for an event, volunteer, or just make a donation at kfov.org. You really do help save lives.
We got a minute. You need more time?
.org.
Hey, everybody. It's here.
We got a minute. You want more time?
The last.
Okay.
You know, I've reminded you of 3 simple words. Call.
Yeah.
It heating up. He wants to make your home buying or selling process.
Okay.
by offering a guaranteed sale program and instant offers on commercial listings. And if that wasn't enough, up to $5,000 seller credit by mentioning you heard it right here. So don't wait any longer and contact Josh Jarbo at 502-216-7590 or Josh Jarbo at remax.net.
ESPN Louisville is your home for live play-by-play of Louisville City FC.
Near the edge of the six, and it's Brian Ownby. He nods it in.
The boys in purple are back in action Sunday to take on the OKC Energy.
I got a fan from home. I'm just going to bring that. And also, it's laundry day, so I'm wearing sweatpants because it's the only thing clean. So I won't usually be wearing something so heavy, but I am freaking dying back here.
Find the Ville and the ESPN Louisville app.
Yeah, they could hear you. we got the first pass along message. People, we're working out the king. You should enjoy it. Just enjoy a little bit of behind the scenes. That's why we started the YouTube channel, just so you can hear a little bit of how the sausage is made. So this is the time of the day where this is one of my favorite points. Again, if you watch me on the YouTube, you see that I keep a jacket on. I keep a jacket on because temperature control is one of the most valuable resources one could have. And if you agree, then DFH Company is 100% the company for you. Simply dial 968-6222, or you can look them up online at dfhcompany.com. Look into their Mitsubishi mini split for that hard to heat, hard to cool room in your home. Again, 968-6222, or you can look them up online at dfhcompany.com. People, the reason I have this jacket on is because I crank, and I do mean crank, that AC. I get as freezing as possible to keep me as lively and charged up. Because when it gets too warm, you just get lethargic, and I can't give you guys the best. The cold puts me in survival mode, but still, I do got to have a jacket on. I do like the coziness of a jacket. So Nikki, I did ask you. We have to get together some kind of gambling segment, maybe a combination of the odds makers I heard on Drew Diener's show, or like I said, we always try to do something where we do a pick 'em and a competition, but we always run ours pretty bad. Like we end up losing track of them, and it's like every time I hear you and Dad talking about like y'all have good scoring systems and good rules and good.
Pops uses the Sagrins. He basically does the little Sagrin numbers and does a little bit of math on it, and tells you what to play off of that one. But can I let while the sauce? I hope I'm looking at the camera while the sausage is being made. Can I let everyone in on a little secret?
Absolutely.
Everyone's radio segments are kind of the same. We all steal from each other. But every segment, every single show has a yes or no segment, whether it's buy or sell, hit or myth, fair or foul, hold, sell. Buy.
I got to do something different now.
But I'm saying it's good every single. But no, a gambling. Everyone has a gambling segment. Buy the numbers, over unders. Everybody has, and that's fine. No. Like it's almost one of those things you have to have one of those. You have to have your own little spin on something.
I have to be creative. We have to be creative
on
this.
With something.
Yes,
but I just want everyone to know that if someone's like, "Hey, isn't that kind of like what they do in WFAN?" Yes, everybody.
I want someone to make something. I want to make something worthy of stealing from us. Because
that's always the goal.
Yeah, I want to have something I can hold hostage over everybody. You took that from me.
Yeah, we hear that on Levitard like in 2 weeks. Like you.
Yes, like
Mike Ryan.
Like the high five, like Louisville. We own it. We own it. So every time you high five, that came from Louisville, right? I have to do that.
You should get royalties.
Right.
Like 0.5%.
Right. And speaking of gambling, people, Everyone's favorite time of year is right around the corner, college football season. To celebrate, DraftKings Sportsbook, America's top-rated sportsbook app, is pulling new players in the center of action with $200 in free bets instantly if you bet $1 or more on any college football game. Take advantage of this limited time offer now. You heard right. DraftKings is giving to all new players $200 in free bets instantly when you place a bet of $1 or more on any college football game, no matter what. Head to DraftKings Sportsbook app now to check out all of the great promotions and daily odds boosts that they're offering. DraftKings Sportsbook is safe, secure, and reliable, located right here in the United States, so it's easy to deposit and withdraw your money at your convenience. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now. Use promo code WLCL to receive $200 in free bets when you place a $1 bet on any college football game. That's promo code WLCL to get your free $200 in free bets instantly for a limited time only at DraftKings Sportsbook. Must be 21 or older. Indiana only. New customers only. Restrictions apply. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-9-WITH-IT. So, to make something that we will have stolen, and I won't keep my mouth shut this time. The moment someone steals our segment, I'll call you out. I mean, and not call you out in an angry way. If you give me credit, maybe we can let it go under the radar.
Yeah,
but
give us a shout out if you can.
That's all.
Yeah, I mean,
that's
we
all.
all borrow/steal things in radio when we try to give attribution. Sometimes.
Listen, all I ever wanted is the acknowledgement. Just give me my tip of the cap.
Right, that's it, and then steal away.
And
Put
then,
your own spin on it.
And then steal away.
Yeah, go for it. Go nuts.
Like that's always how I've been. Like, as long as you just give me a little, just give me the nod and say, hey, maybe good job. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. That thought about the wide receiver room, that came from, listening to Gunnar Brewer. That came from, like we know, again, I saw the wide receivers last year. I saw the burst of guys. So I'm going to use everything I've seen, everything I've heard. But this is unsubstantiated. This is me. This is my combination of all opinions and the athlete brain that I have. I'm going to do something people probably shouldn't do. I'm going to stereotype the wide receivers. I'm going to tell you what kind of attitude this wide receiver has in practice. And then I'm going to put them in categories.
All right.
There's 3 categories. There's going to be the gamer. The gamer is the guy that doesn't go great in practice, but he just shows up in the scrimmage. Now he gets limited opportunities, but he balls when he gets his chance. Okay. I'm going to do the practice guy. Now the practice guy does everything right. He stays after, he runs the extra routes, right? He does all that
First
stuff.
one in, last one out.
Yeah. But he's already reached the ceiling pretty much. Like, that's the guy you want to know you can put in. Know he's going to go in, catch the ball, but he's not explosive. You're not getting any points out of him. If you're lucky, you get your chain move, but he does everything right in practice. And then you got upside potential guy who is Tuesday All-American, Wednesday cut list, Thursday he should be playing at Alabama, and Friday you don't know why you gave him a scholarship.
Right.
Mr. Inconsistency.
The yo-yo.
We'll call him the yo-yo or Mr. Inconsistency. Okay, now you are going to pick random wide receivers.
Yes.
Nikki, and I am going to give you what I think. And feel free to text in on this one. 38 31 93 9 is the text line. 8150 93 9 is the call line. If you want to jump in on any of these, feel free. And I'm going to, like I said, I'm going to tap into I am going to be stereotypical, judgmental. I'm going to create a personality that I have no idea that this personality will fit. And I'm sure that I'm going to get a call or a message and somebody's going to say, you're right on the money with this kid, or, hey, you were way off the mark with that kid. Probably going to get it right from the football office the moment the show ends. Okay, Nikki, I'm listening. Random picks.
All right, here we go. We'll start with the local product, Jordan Watkins.
God, I didn't know how hard this was going to be.
I was going to say, I was like,
Jordan Watkins is, to me, Jordan Watkins, he's a gamer.
He's the gamer?
He's a gamer. But he's a gamer, which means he's too cool for school and practice. Listen, he jogs. He's waiting on his opportunity.
You could use the D word. He's a diva.
Yeah.
He's got that. All right.
And this is why I did it, because I got to give some backup on this one. I want people to know I'm not just making up. Jordan likes to do. First of all, he kind of reminds me of myself for some reason. a younger version of Marques. I don't know what it is in particular, but he likes to do the videos, right? I think he has like the extra earring thing, like maybe the dangling earring or something. I think he has something like.
If you got the dangling earring, you got swag.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's what do they say? Like he's been here before, kind of thing. Like you think you should. Okay, I always make fun of Jordan like this, like because I recognize it. You're bored. You're bored. You know what I'm saying? Like people, high sensation seeking. You're bored with the work, with the drill work. I want to ball. I just want to get out here and ball. He strikes me as that guy. Just golly.
Let's turn the lights on.
Yeah, I'm sick of practicing. I'm sick of all this. Can't we just play? Like think about it. He was the one who did the video. Like it sucked without the fans, y'all. We need to get back here. I need fans. I need,
that energy.
Yeah. So Jordan Watkins is gamer guy. Even the way they stuck him in last year. Who did he score a touchdown against at the end of the year? I forget. He runs up the sideline. Maybe Florida State.
Let's see here.
Florida State. I think he scored his first touchdown. But yeah, I mean they gave him the ball on a couple of the little pop pass plays, and I'm just like, he must be doing something where the coaches say, you know what, let's go ahead and get young fella in there. He just looks like he's ready. And you know what else? You know where he was going to school, right?
Where he was going to go, or where he went here locally?
Where he was going to school.
Oh no, where's that?
Kentucky.
Oh, so he was one of the battleground players.
Yes, they flipped him. He was committed to Kentucky. They flipped him.
That's right. Yeah.
Satterfield came in and flipped him, right? And then he said it. This is what he said. And don't quote me on this, but this is what goes all into my personality dissection. He had slick talk about the blocking up there. Like one of them, I'm not going up to Kentucky and just blocking as a wide receiver.
No, did he get flipped post Liam Cohen or pre Liam Cohen?
Oh, pre. Yeah. It was
pre.
Yeah,
okay,
pre.
Okay.
Yeah, like I said, it's a couple periods. Okay, Texas says it's Wake Forest. But yeah, just like I said, I don't remember quite the quote, but I think it was some shade towards but I feel him. Like that's how I feel. I'm not going to North Carolina State where y'all practice defense 80% of the practice. I'm sorry, I'm just not doing it. I'm not going to as a wide receiver to Kentucky where they're going to stick me in a room where Dwayne Ledford for 80% of the season. I'm learning blocking techniques. So, in the NFL, your blocking technique is going to really get you paid. Throw me the ball.
Talk to Ahmad Wagner.
Yeah.
I feel so bad for that kid.
Throw me the ball. Throw me the ball. That's all he
like more than twice.
Yeah, right. He strikes me as I don't want to hear any of this other stuff. Just throw me the ball and let me go make a play. So
he's also good on special teams, and I didn't know this,
yeah.
but I looked. I went on Go Card. Shout out to them. See again, attribution. That score was on the ground. He had a 23-yard rush.
Yeah.
So poor man's Tutu Atwell, maybe? Little
No, just gamer.
Little gimmicky.
Just gamer. We have to get him the ball sometime. And then, like I say, brought some nice speed. He can go. So yeah, he's probably. I could just see him in practice though, just going through the motions. Like, I'm sorry, coach, but because if he wasn't, they would be talking about him as just a hands down. You're our number 2 guy at this spot. You know what I'm saying? But they're coming. Jordan Watkins give us something. You know what I'm saying? He's a gamer.
Yeah, he's ready for the game.
Yeah, right.
He's ready for all.
Okay, random wide receiver next.
All right, I feel like this is going to go the complete opposite. Richard Senior Shea Wirtz.
Shy Wirtz.
Sorry, yeah.
Quarterback changeover. Who is he?
Oh hell.
Yeah, you can grab that. Shy Wirtz. What is his practice? You know what? Shy Wirtz is Shy Wirtz is Mr. Practice Player. He is Mr. Do Everything Right Practice Player. No, Frontman James. Are we the total left turn?
Right.
We are the only show that does a player profile segment.
Yeah, there we go.
Frontman James reminded me of that.
All right, thank you,
sir.
for
that. Shy Wirtz. Did you get a chance to hear that?
No, sorry. Yeah, if you don't mind summing that up, sorry.
Shy Wirtz, Mr. Hustle, Mr. Practice Player, Mr. Does Everything Right, but it's hit the ceiling.
I had a feeling he was going to be the opposite of Jordan Watkins.
My why is coming up. Do I need to take this phone call? Who do we have on the line?
No. It's our buddy Cody. He's got a basketball question. So
okay,
I told him, after the segment.
Okay.
Yeah.
So here's the thing. Shy Wirtz, Mr. 4.0, academic All-American at his previous school, Mr. Every Year Conference, academia. Listen, when Brian Hall did his player profile yesterday for Shy Wirtz, right? Bunch of academics, stuff. I mean, he's, one of the top dual threats coming out. He's a quarterback changeover to wide receiver. So
he's got to have a high IQ.
Yeah, your high IQ, your high, your high accomplishment guy on and off the court. I said his teammates probably hated him. Like, dude, you're making us all look bad. We're complaining we don't have enough time to do our work. And then every time we say that, the coach says, well, Shy's the quarterback and he has a 4.2. And coach, he can only go to 4.1. Yeah, but he found a way to get a 4.2.
Do you think he's actually guy where, maybe
I hope
in the
not.
locker room, like everyone because he's smart as hell and like everyone's saying some stupid crap.
No,
I don't. Wrong, and he's like, well, actually, boys, like
I don't, because he went to the school, because of the school he went to. I think they wouldn't have put up with that. Like, well, actually, guy doesn't hold up very well where he was at. So
that's fair.
Okay. Yeah, but again, his academic record says you are practice, and again, he is a convert from quarterback to wide receiver. This will be his first year playing wide receiver. So yeah, he's probably just do everything right guy. And like I said, 4.0s. And I hate just like, this is so fun for me to just stick this on everybody having no idea.
I wonder if any of them are listening and go, it's funny because you're actually a diva.
Right. No,
the other one, it's like, well, I
got a feeling I'm gonna be totally right on all these. Okay, I'm listening.
All right, next one. I think we've had our first diva, we've had our first iron. I'm gonna call them iron. Iron are the guys because they're the ones, just the gamers. Iron in practice that sharpens the iron, but they're not. They're the thing that you sharpen the sword with.
Right.
Like, I mean, they're good.
Stone.
But yeah, they're the stone. Okay, call them that. They're the stone.
Okay,
they're the stone. I think we have our first yo-yo.
Okay.
Braden Smith.
Braden Smith has got to be the yo-yo. He has got to be the yo. Braden Smith, I promise you. I promise you. Who's my wide receiver out of Notre Dame? Everybody's yelling at me right now because I say his name and I forget his name all the time. Golden Tate. Yes. Got it. Golden Tate. I saw Braden Smith catch a football and shot out of a cannon. His 0 to 60 is so fast. And I'm like, dude, there is no way this coach would not be giving you touches if you played like this consistently. There's no way. But the problem is I can't find his like screw ups. So I don't know if he.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Did he run the wrong routes or something? But those are some things I wouldn't be able to tell or something like that. Yeah, but I'm like, coach, and Western Kentucky. I wasn't. No, that was our other. That was Smith, Braden Smith. It wasn't Western Kentucky. Anyway, point being, yeah, his 0 to 60 is so fast. There's no way I don't see a coach consistently putting him in. Yeah, it was Braden Smith who caught that pass against Western Kentucky right across the middle, like saved our season. And we thought this is the only time I ever heard a commentator just go because he was about to get
crushed.
Yeah. But he never blinked. He never looked away. Safety was sitting on him. Like, my God, he was supposed to get chewed up and spit out. So yeah, Braden Smith definitely goes in the category. You're probably explosive and inconsistent as all get out. So yeah, I do agree with that.
All right, next quarterback, today's player profile, and you got to call me out on it because I'm calling it now. I'm going to call him Tyler Hero at some point.
I guarantee it. I've already did it probably.
Yeah, so Tyler Hero.
Tyler Hero. We might need a new category.
Could he be X Factor? Like,
yeah,
I feel like because he's the guy, just like you said.
We don't know.
He's got insane speed. They've been talking about him. He's been talking about it like he's next man up. But like you heard in that sound from Gunter Brewer talking about how, he's fast, but it's straight line speed.
Yeah.
And he needs to make sure he catches the damn thing. So
yeah, he's project. He's gifted project.
Gifted project?
Yep. He's gifted project.
Right, we're just coming up with new categories.
Yeah, I know.
But it's fair. It's fair because I don't really know which one to put him in.
Yeah, he's you know what?
He's saying the things of a guy that is going hard in practice.
Put it this way. Pet project.
Pet project.
He is the guy. Okay. Pet project. You're not privy to this, but I'll let you in on this one.
Okay.
We are watching from a distance. Steve and myself are under the impression nobody is a bigger pet project on the face of the earth for the 2021 sports season. Quinn Sislinski under Rick Pitino.
Oh yeah.
He is determined. Rick is going to make Quinn a success come hell or high water. Guaranteed. He is going to force feed. He is literally going to force feed life to Quinn Sislinski.
I
want to know how you feel about that. Do you agree? Do you disagree?
I do, and I like all parties involved.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, I just had this image of Anakin Skywalker and Darth Sidious, and that's Pitino, just like good. Just going like.
He has to make Quinn a success, right?
You got to think so.
Just to stick it.
It's a little. How you doing?
You have to make sure Quinn is a 25-point a game superstar at Iona. So much so, the other players are going to get pissed at Quinn because they're not going to understand why Coach treats Quinn different from everybody else.
Right.
They don't know anything about the Louisville history. Like, Rick's been out of college basketball. Like, they know he used to coach here, but it's not like they don't know.
It's not fresh on their mind.
Yeah.
Especially this generation.
Yeah, they don't know these
kids were 15, 16.
Yeah,
they
don't know
they can dance TikTok.
Yeah, they got no idea how. This is some stuff that runs deep here. So, Tyler Harrell is 100% the teacher's pet. I need to make you a success. Listen, Tutu Atwell has game. I need to show everybody that we make Tutu Atwells. Tutu Atwell didn't make us as a coach. You know what I'm saying? Like you want to look like you're the reason,
right.
Yeah. We make Lamar Jackson. We do this, hey, come here and you can be
right.
We'll show you how to be.
We make great players elite or good players.
Yeah.
You're doing the Phil Jackson thing. I don't make bad teams good. I make good teams
right.
good.
Because now, listen, Tutu Atwell succeeds, Tyler Harrell succeeds, that gets me in the door of at least 3, 4, 3, 4, 2, 4, 3 guys next year. We think you're like Tutu. We think you're like Tyler Harrell. 1 year on the field, Tyler Harrell had 1,000 yards. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how you're gonna sell. You're gonna sell your program. So he is teacher's pet.
Okay.
That we'll just call that category. The X factor, we'll call him teacher's pet, because that means the coach loves you and they're gonna do everything they can to try to make you the guy. Teacher's pet is the new category.
All right. So we have teacher's pet, we have stones, we have yo-yos, and we have divas. Are those categories?
Yeah, Stones is the grinder.
No, you know what? Can I shoehorn a hockey term in here?
I'm listening.
All right, they're plumbers. Plumbers are the guys in hockey that they do all the hard work. Occasionally they'll get some stats, but oftentimes they're the guy just plugging in the corner. There's enough finesse there that you keep them, that everyone has to play them honest, but they're hard nosed. But they are not the superstars.
Right,
they're not the snipers.
They just do everything right.
Yeah, but you need plumbers,
and they make 4.0s.
Some of them.
Fair enough. Okay.
All right. Next receiver we have on the list. Sorry, I'm just refreshing here. Justin Marshall.
Golly.
Georgia Prep Sports Academy.
I hate doing this to Justin Marshall, but I'm gonna put him in the
grinder.
Yeah, he's a grinder.
Can we use a different term besides grinder? Because I keep thinking sandwiches.
He's
plumber. Plumber. He's a plumber.
He's a perfect practice player. He's another perfect practice player.
So plumber or something else. Are we now adding another subcategory?
Nope. Change it. He's a yo-yo.
A yo-yo.
Yep.
Okay.
He's a yo-yo. You know why? Because they stuck him out there last year on some big time routes that Tutu Atwell used to run. That means if Justin Marshall was getting stuck out there, putting Fitzpatrick down on the bench for a couple plays, putting Tutu down for a couple plays, he dropped them. He had some nasty. He had some drops that just broke my heart. Because when you look at him, you want to know why you know he's a yo-yo? If you look at his college recruiting list. Are you on Go Kart? Look at
let's see here.
Look at who he chose Louisville over, Nikki.
All right.
Do this live.
Okay, sorry. I'm trying to find him.
It's that last paragraph under the profiles, probably.
Yeah, I think I scrolled past his name though. Sorry. This is Marconi level radio, guys.
It's
I
okay.
apologize, everyone. Okay,
no, because it's important. Go ahead.
I found it. All right, it's loading. Come on, internet.
Justin Marshall.
You might beat me to it.
I doubt that.
yeah, you are. Okay, here we go. He chose Louisville over North Carolina, West Virginia, Maryland, South Carolina, Purdue, Cincinnati, NC State, Minnesota, Auburn, Mississippi State, and Tennessee.
LSU's in there too, but maybe not on the Go Kart site.
Yeah, I don't see it on the.
But yeah, just those Mississippi States and Auburns and stuff. It might have been Auburn and Mississippi State. But
West Virginia, Cincinnati, those are solid.
No, that means his upside is amazing,
right?
And again, he looks the part. He's the size. He's the speed. He like I said,
6'3". Big body.
Yeah, has everything. So he has to be the yo-yo, or you'd be saying our number one guy is Justin Marshall, hands down.
I feel like yo-yo. Yeah, yo-yo is fair.
So was he a junior?
I believe so. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
If you're a junior and we've seen you out there and you fit the mold with the speed, the size, everything, it's nothing but inconsistent.
Redshirt junior too. So
redshirt experience. Junior. Yeah, that means you have to be a yo-yo.
Yeah, that's fair.
Or like I said, or we would have said, we would have heard Gunter Brewer say it's Justin Marshall and whoever else steps up with him.
Yeah, I mean, I could be wrong, but I haven't heard his name floated, at least not in the sense of like Tyler Harrell or
not separating himself.
Yeah.
Again, Tyler Harrell has that elite speed, so they got to teacher's pet him.
Speaking of someone that's got mentioned, Marshawn Ford.
Can we put him in the receiver category?
I mean, they mentioned him. They mentioned putting him there and everything. I feel like if it's not already set in stone, it's an if, not a when.
Let's come back to him later.
Okay, all right, fair. All right, we'll do another local product from Lexington, Kentucky. Lafayette High School, Jordan Thomas.
Another
redshirt junior. I don't know much about him. Let's see. Let's read up on him. 5'11", 170. I don't see anything about him.
I don't have anything.
I'm just based on that. I'm just gonna go with Plummer.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
If you're a junior and I don't have details on you, that you go in Plummer category.
Yeah, so
for sure.
Nothing. Yeah, no hard feelings. Just that's the default.
Okay, I'm listening.
All right, let's see here. Who we got next? Demetrius Cannon.
I heard his name mentioned once or twice.
6'3", big
yeah.
body. Lewis, Missouri, Trinity Catholic product. He's a freshman coming in.
Yeah, I wouldn't. He's closer to teacher's pet than anything.
Okay.
Yeah, if you're a freshman, 6'3", potential, closer to teacher's pet where they want to make you into something.
All right, let's do. How about this guy? We have a couple of local products, but I think I know the answers on those two. Christian Henry, freshman, 6'1", Concord, North Carolina. Went to Cox Mill High School.
Plummer.
Yeah. All right. Back-to-back local products here. We'll start with the Trinity product, Bradley West, freshman, 5'9", 175, and Elijah Downing, 6'3", 185. Also a freshman, but he hails from Ballard.
Special teamers.
Okay. I feel like that's that's our fifth category. Like that. Yeah. Special teamers. All right.
Wait. Audible.
Oh, okay.
Audible. Special guest coming in.
Oh, wait. We got to do what we do on the V show. Like, we got to hit the goal, baby.
Wait. No, don't. I don't want to jump off the bridge yet, but I did get I'm in the area. I'm going to try to jump on in here. Special guest is coming in. So we're going to go ahead and hit that sound. I don't want to announce the name though. I just want
Can you give me a hint?
Absolutely not. This voice is just going to crash the studio. And
is it Lachlan McLean?
Oh, this voice is going to crash the studio. That is the lighthouse signal. Listen, if you're listening right now, if you're driving in your car, listen to me. Hurry up. Last commercial break, Middays with Marques Maybin on 93.9 The Ville.
We opened our first location in 1995. Cox is more a convenience-driven brand, where Evergreen is more of a shopping experience.
The bourbon world has really kind of exploded over the last 5 to 10 years.
We are always bringing in new barrel picks that were hand-selected by our team.
My favorite part is the people.
Satisfying what their needs is our top priority. Cox's and Evergreen Liquors are Louisville's neighborhood liquor store. Visit our website, coxslouisville.com.
Something on your mind? Hit us up on the UPS Jobs text line, 3831-939.
Now that sports have officially kicked off, there's only 4 things missing from your playbook. 4 pegs. Looking for great smoked wings? 4 pegs. Looking for juicy barbecue and award-winning chili? 4 pegs. If you're just looking for some cold crab, tap, can, or bottled beer? 4 pegs. And the best part about 4 Pegs is it's right around the corner at 1053 Goss Avenue in Germantown. So you better get over there fast because the word is spreading. And while you're over there, be sure to ask about their food truck and other catering services.
Ready to make something great? At GE Appliances, we do it every day, building appliances people depend on. GE Appliance Park is hiring full-time for all shifts. Join our manufacturing production team and be part over 100 years of American manufacturing. Apply today at makeitathepark.com. Make a difference? Make it at GE Appliance Park. Makeitathepark.com.
Miss anything for your favorite shows? Head over to the GE Appliances Podcast Center on ESPNLouisville.com. Apply today at makeitathepark.com.
We are Louisville's hometown sports station. ESPN 680, 105.7, and 93.9 The Ville, with the most play-by-play of the biggest events, including the NCAA tournament and Final Four.
Wire-to-wire winner for the Baylor Bears.
the College Football National Championship,
The Crimson Tide will not be denied.
the NFL, and Super Bowl 54.
The Tampa Bay Buccaneers are Super Bowl 55 champions, led by Tom Brady.
The NBA Finals,
The Lakers conquer the bubble.
the World Series,
The Los Angeles Dodgers have won the World Series.
and the Kentucky Derby,
And they're into the stretch.
featuring exclusive coverage of the Triple Crown. Big game, big race, one place. ESPN 680, 105.7, and 93.9 The Ville.
Hey everybody, Steve Rummage here. And if you have listened to 93.9 The Ville over the last few months, you know I've reminded you of 3 simple words. Call Josh Jarbo. Josh is a licensed realtor and owner of Remax Alliance, and with the spring market heating up, he wants to make your home buying or selling process as efficient as possible by offering a guaranteed sale program and instant offers on commercial listings. And if that wasn't enough, up to $5,000 seller credit by mentioning you heard it right here. So don't wait any longer and contact Josh Jarbo at 502-216-7590 or joshjarbo@remax.net.
Everyone's favorite time of the year is right around the corner. College football season. To celebrate, DraftKings Sportsbook, America's top-rated sportsbook app, is putting new players in the center of the action with $200 in free bets instantly. If you bet $1 or more on any college football game, you heard right. DraftKings is giving all new players $200 in free bets instantly when you place a bet of $1 or more on any college football game, no matter what. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code WLCL to receive $200 in free bets when you place a $1 bet on any college football game. That's code WLCL to get your free $200 in free bets instantly. Only at DraftKings.
No, he came from down that way, so
Indiana only. New customers only. Restrictions apply. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-9-WITH-IT. ESPN Louisville is your home for live play-by-play of Louisville City FC.
Gomez takes the corner. Far post and it's headed in. It's a goal for Louisville City.
The boys in purple are back in action Sunday to take on the OKC Energy. Join Casey Whitfield and Jeff Greer starting at 5:45 for pregame coverage, followed by the game broadcast at 6 o'clock. It's all right here on ESPN 680, 105.7, 93.9 The Ville, and the ESPN Louisville app.
Oh, ship! I need to get this package downtown by noon.
Don't worry. There's a brand new on-demand delivery service by Z-Trip. It's Z Shipping.
Are you shipping me?
No, we're shipping your packages.
For the quickest, affordable, on-demand courier service, visit zshipping.com. zshipping.com. Let Z-Ship help you with your delivery needs. That's zshipping.com.
Here's what you missed on The Drive with Mark Ennis.
I do think Louisville is like a 4 or a 5 seed this year, a top 25 team. I think they can finish in the top 4 in the ACC, and I don't have a definitive argument for it, but I think they could be better than that. I think the pieces are there. We have not seen it, and I'm not trying in any way to sort of crack on Chris McInerney. We've not yet seen him at Louisville like shape a team for March.
The Drive, weekdays 3 to 6 on 93.9 The Ville.
This is Steve Rummage, and you're listening to 93.9 The Ville.
Welcome back. It's Middays with Marques, Maybin, 8150. 93.9 is the number. 93.9 is the station. People, you're going to have to pardon me for speeding through some of the advertisements because we got a special guest, and y'all know who's going to be mad. If you're watching on the YouTube, get to it now and put the word out. Who's in the building right now? Are you confused about new mortgage rules? When financing your home, you need an expert in the mortgage field working for you. Andrew Mullins with TBF Mortgage Company, one of the fastest growing mortgage brokers in Louisville and surrounding areas. As a mortgage broker, TBF has the experience and lender connections to get you a great rate with the right terms, whether buying a home or refinancing your current one. It's a wonderful time to be in the market for a mortgage. Rates are still at all-time lows. You can get pre-approved with one quick phone call at TBF. Applying is easy, and we can explain everything in terms you'll understand. Work with some of the best realtors in town and always looking to expand the network of realtor partnerships. We focus on you and your needs first. Let's get started. Call 502-435-1535 or email Andrew at tbfmortgage.com. I know y'all knew this was going to happen, right? Reese Gaines has decided to join us today on 93.9. What's going on, my man?
What's up, man? Appreciate you opening the door for your boy. Man. What's going on?
Listen, so what's going on? Listen, name, image, and likeness. We are going to definitely jump into that. You were the first person I thought about when it started, the ball really got rolling. I knew you would be excited to kind of talk about that. But what's kind of, you just kind of in town messing around?
Yeah, E. Miles, man, he called, wanted me to check out a few things. He has some big things coming up with his program, and one of my guys has a really big camp for the youth for up to eighth grade coming in Lexington pretty soon. So both wanted me to stop by.
Why does he not come into the studio? Every time I see him out and about, I see him at Walmart. I say, hey man, call in Wednesday morning. Is he like that busy?
He's that busy, he's probably meditating, calming down from all that, his anger. You know what I mean? He's always intense.
So he has anger management. He's gotten over it now.
He's intense. So now he's straight work and getting things done for his program. So it's a good, beautiful thing for sure.
Right. Okay. So Reese Gaines in the building. There's an inside joke that I don't know if you've been around here before and heard about it. There's one person who is not allowed to come into this studio when he's going. Well, you're the one person that is not allowed to come. Steve Rummage, my co-host, every single time he misses a show, he says, let me guess, you bringing in Reese Gaines. He says Reese Gaines is the reason he's all in the Louisville. You know what I'm saying? He called me this morning. Just so we're clear. Yeah. You and I communicated yesterday.
Yeah.
And it was a possibility that you might be able to stop in.
Yeah.
It wasn't like I didn't call you at the last minute and say Steve's not coming in. Come on in.
That's true.
Just say you swing through. Okay. Name, image, and likeness. When you heard it getting clear, were you like, what took you so long? Were you like, I want my back pay on that one?
I said all that. Definitely want my back pay. Definitely. I mean, we don't have time to get too deep into it, but it's definitely it's huge.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, because at the time when you're young, you don't understand negotiation. You don't understand someone using their platform so strong in the contract that you don't even have your name.
Right.
You know what I mean? We don't know anything about that. We just think we're getting a scholarship.
Do you worry about that now? Like, or do you think kids are getting so much access? Do you think they're getting like so much more educated at a faster speed? Is it like a lot available? Like I said, you and I talk about it. We had to almost 100% depend on somebody who knew something for us to even maximize the little things, the agent shopping, the what's going on. What do I need to improve on? Who's saying what? Like all that information. It wasn't like we could just jump on and find out what they're saying and control narratives and things like that. So do you think these kids, I mean, information overload is a two-way street. Sometimes you know too much, sometimes you can get distracted. So kind of what do you think about where kids are now? Like, do you worry more or do you think they just have the world at their palm?
Man, it's like most things, gift and the curse. As a coach, it's tougher to coach kids now because they look you up. You can't just say do it my way. They have the information that they know what's going on. The bad thing is it's definitely too much information, maybe a little bit too much exposure, which is good and bad. A lot of times at a younger age, they're exposed to things you should know later in terms of this game is really a business. So it's sad that an eighth grader knows my image is like this. I'm on YouTube. It's not good. He knows already.
If you could have your choice, you would not want them to know how much of a business it is.
Not that age.
No, and I agree with you because I tell people like even playing overseas, it was so disappointing the moment it hit me that it was like this is just business.
Just
like
business.
or not for me because it wasn't just business, but seeing people playing like it was just business or coaches talking,
I'll tell a story about that. I tell it all the time now where for me, it wasn't a business and actually was a problem. So I'm in Houston. I'm playing for Jeff. Jeff's only putting me in 1 or 2 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Every once in a while, I'm taking it personal. I'm playing well in practice.
Okay, taking it personal. Like, is he doing this to on purpose? Like,
is he does he not like me? Childish, immature thoughts. Does he not like me?
Right.
My feelings are hurt. My pride is hurt because I'm doing well in practice. I have veterans in front of me though with lots of money. I'm not thinking that clearly right now. I don't understand they have to play these vets.
Right.
So I'm taking it personal, not working through the adversity in the proper fashion. Body language is bad necessarily. Off the court, I'm still working, but my energy is off.
Yeah, your passion.
Right,
Yeah,
my
your passion
energy is off.
Yep.
So at the end of the day, basically, come to find out as you grow older, Jeff Van Gundy loved me. If I would have just been a good citizen,
kind of humble,
did my work, I could have played 5 more years, not because I was a good enough, a better player or worth, you know what I mean? Just because I did what I was supposed to do and realized he actually wanted me. He actually liked me. You put somebody in 1 minute to go in the fourth quarter in a TNT game,
right?
You like him. You know what I mean?
Right.
I took a part like Jeff, I ain't played in a week. It's TNT. You want to put me in with a minute to go? But I get why he did. He trusted me.
Right.
And I didn't realize at the time.
So, okay. So how was the transition into, because here's the thing. It was, you always have those moments where somebody just says something and it just kind of self-check moment where you just say, okay, was yours gradual? Where you started to kind of open up to listen to people saying, hey, this is how it works, or did you have any of those like moments where you just said, man, I'm just doing it all wrong, or I'm looking at it wrong?
At the end of the day, it's a great question. I think even when I tell young people right now, always hold on to the big picture. And I think I lost the big picture, and you wind up kind of being in your feelings and making some mistakes. So as I grew, kind of started become coaching, that's when the division started to back up and say, oh, this is much bigger than myself. This is much bigger than my own feelings. And this is a business, but it can be used for good though, too.
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
For good.
Like a lot of guys who I talk to kind of say the same thing. They take it personal, in a lot of situations where you're just like, no, like you don't realize how distracted you really are.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So when you go from player and then you go to coach, and it has to be, I always make this joke. You remember, I'm not sure you were here yet. Were you here when Clyde Drexler was coaching Houston?
No.
Okay.
No.
You came right after that.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Okay. So, but I remember watching that game, and I remember the look of disgust he had at everybody on the court. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that time, at that moment, I decided really good players are terrible coaches. Really passionate play. Like if you really put your heart and soul into something, you're a terrible coach. Because you can't, like
the key word is definitely that passion. The guys that play with that fire, the old school, is definitely a difficult adjustment, and it's a transition becoming from a player until you finally. It took me a while to finally cross. I just crossed over to being a full coach. You know what I mean? I just recently crossed over to I'm a full coach. This is a craft. This is an art, and that's probably the biggest.
The coaching
issue.
is a craft.
Yes.
Okay.
Art. So that's it becomes when you realize, well, I can't say that to this person. Let me be patient. My words, it takes a long time to get over that. That look you talked about.
So communication with your kids is the hardest growth. Is like the art form you're kind of going through.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it takes a while to become a full coach in terms of taking that part extremely serious.
Now, I did hear something in my ear. Is that something we have to add to the show? Is he force feeding his way?
I mean, there is a fan that wants to hop on there.
Oh man, I guess we got time for any random fan who wants to jump in here when we got Reese Gaines in the building, like dropping all kind of knowledge. So who do we have on the line, fan?
Listen, not again. Not again, man. Listen, you're not doing this to me again. Do you know I got about 37 text messages on my phone right now? People are like, hey, man, he's got Reese in there. He's got Reese in there. Oh, man. Yeah. So anyways,
Marcus, you can sit aside for a second. Reese, how are you doing, man?
Man, I'm doing pretty good. What's up with you?
Listen, man. Marcus knows you were a guy who I enjoyed watching, loved watching coming up. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, I was in high school. Like, I wasn't like I'm not playing the. I watched you as a kid.
Yeah, right.
I got you. Yes, but Marcus, I knew. I saw a picture of you earlier this week, and I said, if something comes up and I'm out of the studio this week, I guarantee you Marcus is going to get him. And I was like, I'm not setting this one out. So when I got those texts, I made sure I connected in and just wanted to tell you he does this to me on purpose. But man, listen, I am a huge fan.
Appreciate it.
Absolutely, man. Huge fan. Love what you're doing, man. Follow your career. Love what you're doing in the coaching game and stuff. So I had to get on here and not let this moment pass, man. But yeah, absolutely, man. Appreciate you, man.
Thank you. Appreciate you, bro.
Fair enough. Rubbage jumped in. Like I said, I listen, Steve, and I promise you, it was just he's taking care of business, man. It wasn't we didn't purposely set this one up because listen, and like I said, I knew you had quality time. You had to stay home for.
Listen, I had a few things I had to take care of today. Got everything.
Well, listen. Go ahead and ask him one question about me, or ask him that question you've been dying to ask about. So something embarrassing, like when he dunked on me in practice and stuff. I know you've been dying to just ask him just for some dirt on me or something. So I know you got something in mind.
Listen, dirt on you? No. Here's my thing. Marcus always claims that if he had just faked an injury and played one extra year and waited for Rick. Now, listen, Marcus, I'm not trying to throw you under the bus here, but he always throws that out there. He's like that. If I had waited one more year, so you were there that next year. So yeah. Okay, give me your opinion on that. Then if Marcus Maybin sits around for one more year, comes in there, Rick, listen, I want to hear how that would have went.
Well, definitely he fit the profile of what Rick Pitino was looking for. An athlete, can run the floor, can shoot the ball, can play in space. Can play and get up and down. I mean, so it definitely would have showcased all his talents all around for sure. That's a fact. It would have showcased all his abilities, and we probably had a few more games on TV back then too.
Would he have made me quit?
I would say for all of us, I don't want to say it like that because that doesn't sound right. But we play a different style. So it was adjustment from going to Crum to going to Pitino just because of the style of play we play. So it was adjustment in terms
would the
of
treadmill
getting
have made,
shape.
Yeah, would the treadmill have made me quit?
It wouldn't have made you quit, but we'd have definitely we would have definitely made a moment under our breath a few times getting off that thing for sure.
So that would have been some backhand,
for sure.
Shots.
No doubt.
Musical one. Oh, okay. So a musical one. Okay, Rummage, anything before you get out of here?
No, man, just listen. Look, and everybody's laughing, I'm sure, because they can tell. I mean, we talk to a lot of people on this show, man, and listen, I do a pretty good job, right? This is the one I go a little fanboy on, because I'm like one of the greatest moments. And look, I've got two kids. I've got a great wife. I've got a lot going on in my life, but one of the greatest moments of my life was when Reese hit that 3 at Marquette. I'm telling you, it was one of the greatest moments of my life. It was like that was one of the first times that coming up where you're like, no, this is literally life and death.
It won't get any better. Well, listen, I did tell him that he is not allowed to be a stranger. He's taking care of business in here. He's always in town. He knows anytime he's in town before 12 o'clock, he would jump. So, Steve, I am sorry you missed it, but like I said, we're going to get him in for a full show.
Absolutely.
We can have good basketball conversation, like I said, all day long. He knows his stuff. I appreciate you stopping by, man, for sure.
Thanks for having me, no doubt.
Okay, go ahead and hit that, Nikki. It was a successful day. It was a new soft opening for Nick Valvano. Everybody seemed to enjoy you on the text line. Again, we're happy for Brian Hall's success. I'm glad Steve Rummage got a chance to, and thank everybody who reached out to Steve to let him know who was in the building. We do appreciate that too. As always, 8150-939 is the number. 3831-939 is the text line. YouTube channel Made for the Bill. Middays with Marques Maybin on 93.9 The Ville.
An official broadcast